Welcome, folks, inside the James T. Ashley Gymnasium here at Diman Regional as we have more girls volleyball for you on Fred TV. We get our first look at the Diman Lady Bengals right there on your screen. They'll be hosting the Blue Hills Warriors this afternoon or this evening. Here, we've already passed the halfway mark of the season. It's just incredible to believe how fast the fall has gone. But with this coastal storm and all this rain, what better than to be inside for a volleyball match? So, and the good news, no football this week. So, Durfee is on the Durfee's got the bye and Diman's on the road. So, we won't be having to bring the camera out into torrential rain, which we really very, very rarely do. I doubt we'd even be able to do it with this wind-driven rain that we've had. So, all right, Blue Hills going to start off with the ball. Just so y'all know, Blue Hills sporting the white jerseys with pink numbers. Diman sporting black and orange jerseys with some pink accessories. Why the pink? Well, it's October. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and that is one thing that the high schools tend to do is honor those who have lost their lives to the disease or are still fighting, or those survivors who are in remission. So it's always great to see. And, we'll start off by telling you as well that in addition to this full coverage here at Diman, we will have some bonus highlights 1 week from now when the Bengals host crosstown rivals Bishop Conley for their Dig Pink Night, which is an annual fundraiser that they put together. I've done the story a couple times, actually going back to Common Thread News when we had the weekly news program on our sister station, FRG TV, and Spindle City Sports as part of that magazine-style news show. So I've done the story a few times, and we were invited just today. We were informed about it and invited to stop by. And good news is we're already going to be on campus for football at 7, so we will be stopping by to get some footage of that. So you'll get to see more Diman volleyball in the next week or so. Bengals out to the early 2-1 lead as they have traded possession with the Warriors. This gym is really tricky. And honestly, I think it's probably the smallest gym we have. I'm wondering if it's smaller than Conley. It's hard to tell. They're very, very close. I think Diman may have a little edge on the back courts under each basket, because Conley's is really almost, you can't walk. If someone's coming down the court for basketball, you got to wait till they go down the other end. But the ceiling here is very low because of the dividing wall that you see at the other end of the net, right where the official is on the ladder. So there's a frame, and then there's HVAC right above. I don't know if Jake can get a quick shot with tilt up and take a look at that here in between points. There it is, that orange beam. That is off-center from the net as well. So let me tell you, a ball that's hit a little too high can be a real comebacker. It's not an easy place to play. So every gym, they always talk about home court advantage. You want to talk about that. It could hurt you here, or it could be beneficial for you here. You would hope that, for the home team, they're used to it by now. But it's a low ceiling. This is definitely very different than, say, over at Durfee High School at the Luke Urban Fieldhouse. But at the same token, it's really nice being in such a small, confined gym compared to the field house every once in a while, because we're so close to the action, especially with basketball. Basketball is just awesome to watch here at Diman, and we've seen some really good games. Last year's game, Jake, you remember the Conley game, the boys' game, when they were down by, I think it was like 20 points or something in the fourth quarter, something astronomical, and they came back and they stole it. That was just an incredible, incredible game, one of the craziest games we saw all of last winter in terms of basketball. I'd say Durfee's New Bedford matchup was pretty nuts too. That was quite the game, playoff atmosphere at the Fieldhouse too. So, and there, our first example. That one hits off that low ceiling, and that's exactly what I'm saying. You actually got to really think about how you're serving the ball, just because you can't let it fly. If this was over at Durfee, that ball would have been over and playable for the Bengals. But here it ends up costing Blue Hills a point, just because it's dropped probably a good 4 feet, if not more, from the actual ceiling. So I'm not quite sure why the dividing wall is here. Very rare to see a gym with, this kind of a setup. That's out, and the Bengals will up their lead to 7-5. We were actually commenting before the game, the floor here, the wood floor looks fantastic. And, of course, Diman has a lot of windows in this gym, so there's a lot of natural light that comes through. And a lot of reflectivity on the floor. The freshly waxed hardwood floor here hasn't, seen any salt or debris from the wintertime yet. So whenever we come for volleyball, it always looks really in great shape. And the orange is cool, too. Diman, I like the orange. We see so many teams with the reds and the blacks and blues. You don't see a lot of orange on teams. You don't see a lot of green, Dartmouth being green. So it's always nice, too, that, it just gives you a different look. When you're watching our games and you're always seeing the same colors, I mean, I think about Durfee's opponents, New Bedford's red and white. Brockton is black and white, but now they're mixing in red. BR is red and white. It's like, it's the same thing over and over again. So Taunton with the Tigers, the Bengals here, they wear a lot of orange, which always looks good. Like I said, they have the court decorated to match, which is unique. Ball on its way. That might have been going out, but it was played by Mackenzie Hanna. And she was unable to dig it out and loft it back over the net. So the Bengals with their largest lead so far, 10-6. It's a 4-point advantage. Good communication there. Hanna making sure her teammates know she's there to clear out of the way. That finds the corner, and Emily Moniz gets credited with the kill and the set to Edgy Figueroa. Oh, pardon me, excuse me. It was actually Kaya Ferreira who had the set. She came forward. She's playing the back right now. Abby Macedo, the libero for Diman. She's in white, number 11. Blue Hills electing not to use a libero. Nice job at the net by, that time it was Figueroa. Lofting it over, and it's a 5-point advantage for the Bengals. Third touch, it does go over. Really nice effort from the ladies. That one, though, going to fall in, and Blue Hills will get it back. The Warriors and the Bengals having a bit of a tough go of it here in 2019. The Warriors at 3-10, and the Bengals at just 1-10. But competing here, I like what we're seeing early from the Lady Bengals. They took the third set in JV to win the JV match, Diman did, and now the varsity trying to pull off the win here. That one falls right in between Sinclair and Santana. Diman's lone win came last week on Friday the 4th against Bristol Aggie, and it was a 3-1 match for them. Looks like we may have a rotational change here. You see the official down here at the desk at the scorer's table, reviewing just to make sure everything's on the up and up here. Right now the score 12-7. Fans getting a little antsy here. Diman with the ball at the moment, and it's Juliet Gonzalez waiting to serve. And it would appear that we are all set to go. Everything's kosher. That one falling fast, and the ace for Gonzalez. 13-7, and it's a 6-point lead. Try to go 2 for 2 here. That one a floater. Coming right back to the Bengals, set by Moniz, sent back over, and that's going to be a tough ball to play, and it's coming back. Even the ball, you may have noticed, instead of the red, has pink on it. So white, blue, and pink instead of the red. Again, you know, for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Good serve again. That one also tough to play. Oh, good dig, but it could be going out. No, it was staying in. Nice play there by Gonzalez on the back line. Sent back over, and this is coming right towards us. Nice play from Hannah to keep it in for the Warriors, and they get the point. Great effort from Mackenzie Hannah right there. Coming full steam toward the bleachers. And the Warriors do get the point, 14-8. And it'll be Savannah Lynch on the serve. Sent over on the third. Oh, unplayable. Mona's actually really wound up good for that one there. She wasn't set for, you know, she didn't get a traditional set to try to get the spike. She was flat-footed, but she had a lot on it, and it was not playable off the fists of the back line for the Warriors. So Bengals back in control, and now it'll be Sarah Monas on the serve. And it falls, an ace right in front of Santana. Want to give a quick shout out and thank you to both head coaches for providing us with rosters. There's a new roster / lineup sheet that the MIAA has instituted here for this fall season and moving forward. So all the coaches actually have to have their full roster down on the lineup sheet. So kind of forcing the hand, I guess, a little bit, which is good for us because, you know, we always need the rosters. And admittedly, some coaches, depending on the sport, don't carry extras, which I find shocking. So a big thanks to Blue Hills coach Tom McGrath for being one of the few that keeps extra rosters. I can't tell you how appreciative we were because, unfortunately, we weren't able to reach the athletic director today. So Tom really came to our rescue in order to help us do this game. So we really appreciate that. Of course, Kathy Noversa here, been coaching volleyball for a number of years at Diman, and I actually was telling Jake on the way over here that I may have said it before, but Kathy was my first interview, first shoot that I did on this job back in the spring of 2012. And, you know, Diamond has been on board with us since day one. She was the first interview. I hadn't even shot any highlights yet for Common Thread News. She was the first interview because I had been planning to do softball, and they were in the playoff hunt. And so I contacted the school, and we set it up, and she was fantastic to talk with. And, you know, like I said, we had never covered any Diamond sports on Fred TV prior to my arrival, or GTV for that matter, prior to my arrival. And, you know, we're really proud of the fact that, you know, we are a Fall River channel, and there's some great sports that happen here at Diamond. And really happy to have this partnership. And, you know, the new AD here at Diamond 2, Mike O'Brien, picking up right where Keith Allen's left off. He's been great to us this fall as well. And so all is good here in Bengals world. They're up by 8, 19-11. That's the third touch. Will it get over? It did. Oh, I didn't think it was going to clear the top of the net. And Watson gave her best effort to stop it, but unfortunately it just snuck between her and the net, and now 20-11 the score. Make it 21, a 10-point lead for the Bengals, who are pulling away here in the first. That coming back, but out of play. 22-11. That one very close to the side court and just out of play. So the Bengals give it back. But a rather comfortable lead here, just 3 points away from sealing the deal here in set number 1. Shania Watson on the serve. That's a good serve, played by the back row, set by Alex Bouchard, and it was sent over by Figueroa. And again, that low ceiling coming back to bite the Warriors. That time it actually hit the track for the wall. So it was actually underneath, and then it deflected back. Coming back on the serve, and it'll fall into the corner. Riley Price with a good serve, but nobody back in that far right corner on the return. So 23-13 the score now. And it'll be Tia Cumberbatch with the serve. Warriors send it over the set from Ferreira. Nice play by Cumberbatch, and it'll go out of play. Didn't get it high enough, and Savannah Lynch couldn't send it over. Set point for the Bengals here in the first, and a big running start for Madison Texera. Boy, she serves it from way back. Oh, I think they're going to get it for a double touch. They are. So Warriors hanging on by a thread here in the first. And now Texera will come out for Alexis St. Pierre, wearing 17 today. Good serve from Santana. Lofted, here's the third touch. It's sent over. It is played, but near the net. Third touch coming, the Warriors keep it alive, but it bounces just out of play. And Diman will take set number 1, 25-14. It was kind of a blowout here in the first set. It was close early, and then Diman really started pulling away. So a 25-14 first set victory for the Lady Bengals. After this road game here, the Warriors have a pretty decent fan base on hand, including the JV players on the right side of the court. Warriors are actually going to be heading home for a pair of matches. They'll have South Shore coming in and then Southeastern coming in as well. Meanwhile, Diman going to head on the road to West Bridgewater, not too far, just up 24, before coming back home next week for Tri-County. And then, as I said earlier, Bishop Conley coming over here next Friday for the Dig Pink night. So again, and we'll have highlights of that as well. Little over just about 2 minutes here in between sets. We're going to step aside, stick around. The second set coming up next on Fred TV. Don't go anywhere.
Honor, courage, sacrifice, pride, our city. Fall River has traditionally been in the forefront of honoring our nation's soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen. Vietnam veterans took the initiative to secure rights to an 80% size replica of the Healing Wall for Veterans Bicentennial Park. The names of over 58,000 fallen heroes will be engraved on the 360-foot long replica wall. 100% of the money raised benefits the building of our Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in Fall River. Help build our wall, which is scheduled to open in 2020. The meaning, the spirit, and the value of the wall is everyone's. Be part of this exceptional, once-in-a-lifetime project. To make a donation, please visit VietnamMemorialWall.org or connect with us at Facebook.com.
Welcome back to Diman Regional. Evan Massoud with you on Fred TV. Second set about to begin. And again, the Bengals taking that first one, so they're up 1-0 here in the best of 5. 25-14, an impressive win. Anytime you can win by 10 or more, that's really pretty much a blowout. So an 11-point differential in the first set. And it'll be Sarah Monas getting us started, and she starts it with an ace. We've seen quite a few unreturned serves so far for the Bengals, and some purists will argue if it's an ace, it hit the ground, But when it's unreturned, it's an ace. At least in my book, it is. That's an ace as well. So back to back. And coach telling me before the game, 1 and 10, obviously not where they want to be. Just picking up that first victory a couple days ago. That's not going to be returned either. 3 in a row for Moniz. But she did say, it kind of made me think a little bit of, the Durfee girls soccer team is that, they're only 1 and 10. But with each match, it's getting a little better. And, there's no lack of effort, that's for sure. And that one, tough play for St. Pierre off the forearm. Not cleanly played. It'll be 3-1, and Blue Hills will get their first chance to serve here in the second. But, the optimism, Coach Noverse has been doing this long enough, and I've known her long enough, and she, she's always confident, never gets down, and that's, to me, the signs of a good coach, because if you get down and frustrated, then your players are going to get down and frustrated, and that's not good. So it's all about positivity, and the Lady Bengals doing everything that they can each time out, the best that they can do, and there's another ace. So the first 5 points, we've seen a number of aces already. It's really been good service games so far in the second here. Moniz, this is Emily Moniz. First it was Sarah, now Emily. Straight up, lofted, and this is going to be the third touch. Got to get it over. It'll just clear. The libero coming in for Diman. That's Macedo. And that goes out of play, 5-2. That one, an ace for the Warriors. And a little dance there from Mackenzie Hanna, who served it, and her 5 teammates on the court. Oh, what a block in front from, that was Watson, and boy, she put up the hands, and it was like a wall. Bounced right back. The Bengals couldn't play it. It's 5-4. That one into the net. Diman will get it right back. Well, you cross the halfway mark in the season, you start thinking about playoffs and who's in the hunt. Well, the Diman boys soccer team, let me tell you, we saw some highlights of their game. Well, that might have been going out, and let me tell you, Brianna Ramey just dug out the Bengals for that one, because I think it was going long. There's a little bit of a gift from Blue Hills. So, Diman boys soccer hasn't lost a game here in 2019, and we showed you some highlights on Tuesday's game during halftime of their Monday game against Conley. It was 2-0 when we left. They scored 6 more in the second half. They won it 8-0 over the Cougars. And Jake saying, oh, my God, because we were there shooting highlights in the first half. And I thought it was a pretty good game, that first half. Diman got the first goal in the first, literally, 45 seconds. And then in the final 10, they scored their second goal. But you throw up 6 in the second half. Obviously, some adjustments were made on Diman's side to try to, stoke the offense a little more. And that was quite the victory. And then looking at their schedule, it's not the first time that they have put up some lopsided numbers, some real crooked numbers per se. And they beat Conley the first time 3-1. Then they went on a roll here. So 7 goals against Tri-County, 7 against Blue Hills, 6 against BP. They tied Durfee, 9 against Tri-County again, a 0-0 tie against Somerset, a 0-0 draw, 7 against Blue Hills again. There's been no shortage of goals for the Diman Bengals boys soccer team. They're 8-0-2. Their game yesterday actually got postponed because of the rain. But they have had a tremendous season. They will be a playoff team. It's not even a let's wait and see. They will be a playoff team. Girls soccer here, though, at Diman, kind of in the same boat as the Lady Hilltoppers. Diman's 1-8-1. So just the one win for the Lady Bengals, so they won't be making the tournament. And the girls volleyball team here will not be a tournament team this year. But, the boys will represent in terms of boys soccer, and really excited about that for them. So we'll be keeping an eye on the Bengal boys as the rest of this season goes on. Now at Durfee, the Hilltopper boys, again, kind of in a bit of a rebuilding year after so many seniors graduated. Durfee's MIAA record listed at 3-4-3. There's a couple games, though, that, oh, here we go, yep. So 3-4-3, and unfortunately for them, they're really hitting a wall in terms of scoring. Their last win was in Dartmouth, a game that I actually broadcasted for the Dartmouth channel, and it was streamed live on Facebook. We shared it to our Facebook page, Fred TV Sports, so some of you may have seen that one. That was a 2-0 win in Dartmouth. They've lost to Taunton, 4-1, 5-0 to Brockton, and 2-0 to New Bedford this week. So a real tough go of it, and that's some big losses in the league there. They were 2-1 in the league, and then back-to-back shutout losses to Brockton and New Bedford, not helping the Durfee boys. So they're 3-4-3 here at their 10th game. Durfee girls, I mentioned, they're 1-10. So boys soccer is going to probably come down to the wire in terms of points. They're going to have to pick up a few more wins, though, to really make themselves feel a little better. Field hockey, 6-5-2. They got a good shot at getting into the tournament. Just a couple more victories needed for them. But I'll tell you, the class of Durfee Fall Sports here in 2019, girls volleyball. The Lady Hilltoppers are 9-4. And that winning streak has started in the match that we did when Emma Resendiz got her 1,000th assist. And that was the 5-game match against New Bedford where they came back. So they beat New Bedford. They went on to beat Somerset Berkeley in 5. They swept Seekonk. They beat Taunton in 4. They beat Stang in 4. And now, tomorrow, they're going to New Bedford for the rematch on a Friday evening. So big-time credit to the Lady Hilltoppers, who have reeled off 5 in a row. So really impressive stuff. There's your kind of mid-season roundup here as we're in set number 2. 13-11, Blue Hills and Diman here. It's the Bengals leading here in set number 2. Blue Hills on the serve. Much closer second set than the first. That one down to the court, though. The Bengals will get it back. It was kind of close in the first set through, about this many points. And then the Bengals really went on a tear and kind of went off a bit. A lot of points in a row and really built their lead up. That one tipped. It is still in play. And no, it won't get over. Brianna Ramey will serve. Lady Hilltoppers, ooh, that one off the face of St. Pierre on the dig of Macedo on the serve. 1-point game. Blue Hills can tie it up right here. Getting back to Durfee, though, last year they made it to the tournament. That is just out, very close. So Diman does not give up the lead. Back up by 2. We actually went to Oliver Ames. Fian was actually the year before. Good call, though, Jake. You remember. So, but it's been, unfortunately for the Lady Hilltoppers, they've had some good seasons, and they've made the tournament last 2 years, but they were really one and done, and they were sweeps in the tournament. So kind of a tough go of it once the playoffs come around. And, again, I think part of it is that a lot of these divisional teams that are in our same division, we don't get to see during the regular season. And obviously, I'm not saying we play a weaker schedule, but I'd like to see more D1 teams. And, having the larger conference is helping, obviously, with, guaranteed matchups. This Southeast Conference over at Durfee now with Durfee, Brockton, New Bedford, Dartmouth, and BR. But you got to see, I'd love to see Fian and Oliver Ames in the regular season. Problem is, you got Oliver Ames in the, we got Taunton this year, so that's good. But you see Oliver Ames, they're in the Hockomock. I mean, they have no shortage of league opponents, so they probably can't even fit us in there if we wanted to play them. Taunton's become kind of a regular in terms of the Hockomock, and they're close by, so it kind of works. So we see Taunton in football almost every year now. Wrestling. Yep, Jake's saying wrestling. And actually basketball, too. We've seen Taunton now a few times because of Skip Karam tournament. My point, though, is that, if Durfee, 9-4, that's a really good place to be 13 games in. And, New Bedford's going to come out, rearing and ready to go in their home court on Friday. But, let's just say you finish at 13-7. You get a good shot at a home match at that record. You're not on the bubble at 10-10, 11-9. If you can get over 12 wins, you're usually in the top half of the bracket. The tough thing is that with the MIAA, there's no cutoff for how many. That was close. I actually thought that might have been out. Blue Hills with the point, 21-14. But, when you have 15, 21-15. It all depends on how many teams in a particular division qualify. Some years you have less, some years you have more. And when you get these odd numbers in the bracket, sometimes you'll see preliminary rounds, or you'll see, and then even with that, depending on how they lay out the bracket, sometimes you see a lot of preliminary round games and a lot of buys, and sometimes you only see maybe 4 teams in a preliminary round. Everybody else is in the first. So it can be kind of funky how it's drawn up. So, we always say, based on the record, should have a home match. There's some miscommunication there. Diman giving some points back to Blue Hills. Now just a 5-point advantage. We can speculate and say, wow, 13 wins, that should be enough for a home match. Well, you just never know. Really, sometimes it can be really weird. I'm hoping, though, for Durfee's sake, it'd be nice to have a home game. Seems like we get a lot of road games for the playoffs, and usually that's because we're not always right at the top of the list in terms of, our seeding, whether it's here or at Durfee. Things falling apart a little bit for Diman. The wheels coming off a little bit. 22-19. Blue Hills has gotten some gifted points thanks to some unforced errors by the Bengals. That one lofted and sent over, and that'll be good for the point. Kaya Ferreira with the point. 23-19. And actually, the next time we will see girls volleyball one more time before the playoffs. It'll be a Wednesday night match against Brockton. So we will see the Lady Hilltoppers one more time. That's fallen down. And an ace, and it is set point. 24-19 the score. And it'll be Riley Price trying to seal the deal and put her Bengals up 2-0. Gets very quiet here at the gym. That one coming down hard as it hit. And I guess that's considered out of play, believe it or not. So, because that's the point for Diman. So how's that? I thought that was still a playable ball. So I guess if it hits, it's automatically out of bounds. Diman takes it 25-19 in the second set. So that was actually news to me because, again, like at Durfee, if it hits the stanchion or if it hits the screen that's rolled up right above the net, it's still a live ball. You got to play it. So apparently here, that is a boundary that long orange beam you see at the top of the screen. So, all right, 2 sets in the books here on Fred TV. Bengals up 2-0 and in command here in this best-of-5 set against Blue Hills. Set number 3 up next. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name is Laura Ferreira. I am the Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. As the school year begins, we want to remind everyone of the school zone safety laws. Crosswalks are here for a reason, your safety. Please use them. Always wait for a crossing guard to stop traffic and escort you safely. Drivers, please use caution when entering a school zone. 20-mile-per-hour speed limits are strictly enforced as mandated by state law. By being respectful and patient with one another, we can all arrive at our destination on time and in one piece. Thank you for your attention. If you have concerns or questions, please contact my office at 508-324-2123. Let's have a wonderful school year.
Welcome back. Set 3 underway here at Diman Regional, and a reach over, or reach under, I think, actually. So no good there. Bengals start off ahead again. Evan Massard with you on Fred TV, and it's a 2-0 advantage for the Lady Bengals against Blue Hills. That one tipped over, and that time played cleanly by Mackenzie Hanna. That one falling in as well. Blue Hills with the 3-1 lead. What a block, but it goes out of play. The biggest question I have is, will we get to 5 sets? Because Jake has this tremendous track record of whenever he films a game for me. All the way, he says. Yep, he's got this track record that it always seems to go 5. I think with the exception of maybe the 2 playoff games that we did for Durfee, which were sweeps. Fian was a 3. That was a sweep. So the question, even for boys, even the playoff game for the boys at Durfee last spring, that went to 5. That's in. Bengals with the point, and they'll get it back. 4-3 Blue Hills. I haven't seen a victory by way of a sweep in maybe 2 years. Maybe.
I didn't believe you.
You don't think it exists? That was going out too, I think. But again, DeFay was positioned right in front of it, and she decided to play it. That's going out, so it ended up not hurting Blue Hills in the end. They could have gotten the point if it went out, but they get the point anyway. So 5-3. And Cumberbatch will serve. On its way and played. The set from Ferreira to Moniz, and Moniz swats it into the net. No good. And Blue Hills with their largest lead of the match. 6-3. They have not led by more than 3 all match long. That one falling in, make it 4. That's a good serve. That one. Now, see, that was playable. So I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's that You know what I bet it is? If it comes back at you, you have to play it. You can't use it as a bouncer to go back to the other side. If it crosses the net, you can't use it as a deflection for the other team to play it. If it comes back at you, you got to try to play it and get it over. So I think that's probably the rule. Nonetheless, 8-3, and Blue Hills building a lead here. That one gonna give it back to Diman, but great effort from Tia Cumberbatch. Third touch, no, it did go over on the second touch. That one coming back, and it caught the Bengals off guard as Lynch was able to send it over. So 9-4 Blue Hills. Sent right back. Ferreira will set. It's coming back again. Oh, and it'll go out. Blue Hills seems to have caught a second wind here. They were really down and out those first two sets, and they're leading now 10-4. And that one will fall in. Diman gets it back, 10-5. Juliet Gonzalez will serve. Low flying serve, just skimming over the top. And it's good for the ace. That seems to be the kind of where the Bengals have had success, is they've had a lot of really good serves that have not been returned by Blue Hills those first two sets. Look at that floater. No spin at all, and those are so tough to play. Third touch does get sent over. It's dug out, and this is the third touch for the Bengals. They got to send it back, so Blue Hills playing it, hits the net, and that's going to fall in. Santana, not enough on it. Three straight points for Diman. No setting by Blue Hills. Just kind of lofting it and sending it over. That one dug out nicely. And Blue Hills going to get the point on the error. Cumberbatch to the court with a tremendous dig for the Warriors. 11-7 the score. Savannah Lynch on the serve. Wow, that's a strong serve, and it just went out of bounds. It would have been close to the corner, just a couple inches outside the boundary, and she'll take a seat as Maya Lateo comes into the game now. And Sarah Moniz will serve for the Bengals. 3-point game. Dropping fast, nobody home. The whole front line just was standing in front of the net, and you had about 10 by 20 feet, 10 by 15 feet of court there, and the ball just landed. Tough break there for the Warriors. That one going back, and that is going to be, will it be saved? No, it's going to stay out of play, but good effort from that back line that time as it skimmed off of Santana, but there to help back her up was Cumberbatch and Lateo. They just couldn't do much with it in the corner. It is now a 1-point game. Bengals can tie it up. Here is a floater played by Santana, the set from Hannah, and it's going to go down to the court for the kill as Watson. Watson getting the point for Blue Hills, not wanting to relinquish the lead here in the third. 12-10. Ramey skims it, and it's going to fall. And that does count. That one, oh, tangled up in the light in the court. It did come over, and it's going to get tapped over by Watson. And just like that, Blue Hills with a couple of points in a row. That's going to fall in as well. Nobody home for Diman. They couldn't dig it out right in front of Pierre. Or St. Pierre, rather, excuse me. 15-10. 4 straight points now for the Warriors. And that went into the net, and that will stop them dead in their tracks. It's been an interesting third here. We've seen both sides kind of go on little runs. Hasn't been just back and forth, hasn't been really consistent. We're seeing a lot of mistakes actually from both sides. That one drops, and it's not. You know, I'm seeing that for the Bengals. A lot of their serves are coming down a little early. And so for me, I look at that and say, well, then the back line should be playing forward a little more because it's not going long. That's for sure. Good set there from Bouchard. Third touch now for Blue Hills. That one played by Macedo. Here's the third now. What a volley, and still alive. What a nice job by the Warriors to protect and keep it going. Bengals can't seem to get a clean set here, so they keep having to send it over. That one down to the court. I'll tell you something, that really looked like a carry. And I think that Blue Hills got away with one because that was really directed down, and I'm surprised that wasn't called because that was pretty clear, at least to me. I mean, we've seen a carry get called on much less than that. So Blue Hills, I think, might have gotten a little bit of a gift there. 17-12 now after that unreturned serve. And it didn't come swatting and bouncing off of Watson's hand. And when that happens, or should I say when that doesn't happen and you see the ball moving in the same motion as the hand, that's not a hit, that's a carry. Diman not helping themselves right now. Coach Noversa wants timeout. First timeout of the match used by either side. Diman very capable of rattling off, 3 or 4 points in the matter of like 90 seconds here. We've seen that already in this match. They're down 18-12. You see this, Coach Noversa explaining to the team some things that maybe she's noticing that maybe might have gotten a little sloppy during the match. Some things that she's seeing that she wants them to try to target, say for Blue Hills, maybe some open spots or some weaknesses. I mean, Diman is down, but this is their match right now. They're up 2-0. Mackenzie Hanna will serve for Blue Hills. Again, 6-point advantage for the Warriors. That's a good serve. Played by Macedo. Good swing from Texera. Here's the third touch for Blue Hills, and it won't get over. So Diman will get it back now, down 5. That one just goes out. Macedo with her first, I think that was her first serve of the game. I don't think she has served yet in the match. I don't recall seeing Diman's libero back there. So 19-13, and Watson on the serve. Good set. Nice dig again from Watson. That will get over. It's sent toward the back line. And there's the carry. Now, see what I mean? That didn't look like as much of a carry as before. That's what they called it. No. That didn't look anywhere near as egregious of a carry as we saw. Well, maybe they can hear me, Jake said. Who knows? My voice does tend to travel. But, I'm doing my job, so. I think you all know by now that while any say, home broadcast crew will favor the home team, and even the big guys do it. Okay, I try to be very fair here, and if it's a bad call for either side, it's going to get said. Nonetheless, Diman gave it right back, though. Again, a 6-point deficit, 20-14. That's big trouble. That's probably the toughest play to have to make, is when the ball is falling in toward your own net and it's not going to clear, and you have no room to work with. That's the hardest play, I would think, to try to probably make here in volleyball. That is going to be in right on the line. And yes, I made the call before the official, but I was right. 20-16, 21-16 after that one doesn't make it over. That not playable. Good serve from Santana. Blue Hills just 3 points away from forcing a fourth set. Nice swing, well played in the back there by Cumberbatch. Another good swing, and I think that's out. Yes, just out. Another one very close. And in fact, St. Pierre thought it was Blue Hills' ball. She thought it was in. Shows you how close it was, but it looked like you could just see the line on this side of the ball, which obviously from our vantage point would mean the ball was over the line. Third touch for the Bengals, sending it back to Blue Hills. 22-17 Warriors ahead here in the third, and they find the hole again. The Bengals letting another one fall in no man's land. 23-17. You look at the way that Diman started the third as well. They were down early, so they've trailed here for most of this third set, unlike the first two. That is not going to be played. Oh, you kidding me? Holy cow! I thought that ball was dead. What a job by the Warriors. That one went off the glass, off the rim of the basket. Now it falls in. Watson with a good effort there going down to the court, but I cannot believe that Blue Hills was able to keep that one in. That was just absolutely fantastic. Hard work. Okay, Diman with it. They gotta rally here. They gotta string together a few points. That's not gonna help. Set point for the Warriors. First time they've been in this situation. 24-18. The 6-point advantage just continues to stick around. And it'll be Ramey trying to send it to a fourth. And she will. That was right at Macedo, and she just never got set for that one. So 25-18. The Blue Hills Warriors take the third set. We will go to 4. Diman still in command here. 2-1 the advantage for the Lady Bengals. We'll keep it here because we want to let you know and keep reminding you all that Fred TV is hosting the school committee debate at Cuss Middle School next Wednesday, which is the 16th, and it'll be at 6:30 p.m. It is open to the public, and this is for the Fall River School Committee. So I know for for Diman here, you all have your own school committee, your own administration, basically. This is for the Fall River School Committee for public schools. But if you're interested in knowing what's going on, we invite the Diman community as well. But for all our viewers, we hope that we'll have, a full auditorium at Cuss. 8 candidates. We have 7 confirmed. 8 candidates, though, are running. And again, it'll be on Fred TV Channel 9 next Wednesday live if you can't make it. Questions are being developed by students of Durfee High School. So we're really excited about that. We've been working with a small group of students and vetting those questions and getting prepared. Big thanks to Durfee physics teacher Oliver McNeely, who's head of student government, so he helped kind of handpick some of these kids. And so it's been a good process. We're really excited to be bringing this to you. Fred TV is the educational channel here in the city, and this being the people who will represent the school department, the school committee, proud to bring you this debate next Wednesday. So we hope you'll tune in, and we hope that if you can, we hope that you'll come to Cuss and see it live. Okay, Lady Bengals hit the court. Bengals will serve first here to begin the 4th set. Sarah Monas will do the honors. Evan Massard with you on Fred TV. You're watching Bengals volleyball. The Lady Bengals trying to grab win number 2 of the season here against Blue Hills. They won the first set 25-14. Won the second one 25-19. Just lost the third 25-18. Made a lot of mistakes in that third set after 2 fairly clean sets to begin the match. So that's going to fall in into 2-0 lead early. But the unforced errors, a lot of serves or kills for Blue Hills just falling right in the middle of the court with nobody there. Things that the Bengals have to clean up if they want to take this match. Back and forth over the net it goes. That was pretty crazy. This is the third for Diman, and it will fall in 3-0 Bengals. That one just out of play. So the Bengals give a point to the Warriors. That one going long, so it will be 3-1 with Blue Hills serving for the first time here in the 4th, and it'll be Ramey sending it away. She does. Macedo down to the crouch position to dig it out. Third touch, and it will not go over as Emily Monas couldn't square up on it. 3-2. Nice job by Ferreira to keep that one in play. dug out in the back from St. Pierre, and it comes back over quickly and finds the open court. We're tied at 3. Oh, excuse me. It's actually 4-2. They gave the Bengals that point. So yeah, there was a foul. So it's 4-2. Should be 4-2 in favor of the Bengals. That's out now. 4-3. I'm sorry, 5-2 rather. 5-2. 5-2. There we go. You got it right now. That one into the net as well. So the Bengals taking advantage of some errors now for Blue Hills. 6-2 the score, a 4-point lead for the Bengals. Another good serve from Emily Moniz. Third touch. That's going to be a tough play. Oh, down to the ground goes Cumberbatch, and she keeps it in play. That one falling fast. That one had a lot on it. That was Texera with a good, strong swing to put her team up by 5. I like the Bengals are moving a lot more in this in the fourth set here than they were in the third. Again, a couple unforced errors, but seems like the communication over the last couple points, the movement has been a little bit better. Strong serve. Here's the set. Oh, right into the net. Unable to get it over is Ferreira. 7-4. That one doesn't even hit the net. Really a tough serve there from Hannah. She's actually had some really good serves today. That one just maybe didn't set it high enough for herself. Macedo, knuckleball. No spin at all. And it falls. Sound like a Dr. Seuss phrase. All kinds of rhyming. That one more spin on it. Ramey sent that one, or excuse me, that was Hannah that sent it over, and this one unplayable, 9-5. My coworker Pamela Martin and I have quite a few projects we've been working on, including prepping for this debate, and we were discussing the rain, saying, oh, wouldn't this have been fun if it was all snow? And I have to agree, because I thought last winter was a bit of a bust, because I love the snow, and I'm sure many of you viewers are probably cursing me for that right now, but I really love the snow. So I hope we get my wish. It is not the views of the station, but it is my own personal wish that we get some good snow this winter. I think it is. I think it's going to be a pretty bad winter because we got pretty lucky last year. Last year was kind of a break, if you will, because we've had quite a few bad winters in a row. That one coming back. Back and forth we go, and the Warriors are going to get the point. But, yeah, I mean, this is one of those storms, again, you know, the amount of rain we're getting. If this was all snow, you know, in, say, mid-January, boy, oh, boy, we'd be looking at feet of snow. Good swing from Ferreira. Finds the open backcourt for the point, and she gets control back for the Bengals. 10-7. That one coming back, and it goes out of play. That's an ace. Credit Riley Price. Another good serve. A lot of backspin on that first initial return. Oh, that was going out, and it was played by Ramey. She knew it. Luckily for Blue Hills, it doesn't hurt them. And they're going to end up getting the point out of it anyway. 11-8. Monas can't keep it in. That's a tough one too. The 1-point game, Blue Hills. Timeout for Coach Noversa and the Lady Bengals as Cumberbatch will have to wait to serve again, but that one, another skimmer right over the net, and you know you would think, you know, just the slightest contact, wow, it slows it up so much, and it's the truth, it really does. The ball is spinning, and there's enough tension on the net that it just really slows right up, and it just ends up falling straight down. If nobody's there and you're not expecting it, there's no way of saving it, and that last point, tough one for Diman. So 11-10. And I think a good time to call timeout for Coach Noversa. You've led this entire fourth set. You're up 2 sets to 1. You don't want to give Blue Hills any thought of coming back into the game. And one of the changes here, too, this season is 60-second timeouts as opposed to the 75 seconds, a minute and a quarter that we always used to have. So just the 60 seconds, which is, I mean, that's plenty long enough to discuss what you got to discuss. I mean, even in football, as complicated as football is, you don't get more than basically 60 seconds for those full team timeouts. 12-10 as Diman got it back. This is coming over. That is going to, ooh, that might have been going out. Third touch here, and Diman sends it back. Hannah finds the court after the set. I should say Ramey finds the court after Hannah with the good set. And again, a 1-point game here. Santana will serve. Ferreira sends it on the third. Santana plays it on the back line. Diving down to the court goes Hannah. It is off the top of, or I should say the bottom of the beam here, and that will give Diman the point. Second time that's happened, so that's exactly what it is. You can't bounce it off and have it go to the other side. You can play it, though, if it's on your side. Interesting ground rules, if you will. That one is going to get over, but it is out of play, but not by much. Gonzalez. Another good serve that's coming back. Nice. Oh, it's going to be off the net. Gonzalez actually, or St. Pierre rather, came in to play it. Didn't get it high enough, though, when it hit the net. Lynch will serve now for the Warriors. That's a good serve. Macedo to Ferreira, who flips it over rather than setting it. Hannah now with the set to, that was Watson who sent it over. Third again. That's going to go out of play. Didn't get past the antenna, and it's a 1-point game. How many times have we said that here in the third? Or rather the fourth, excuse me, the fourth. That is going to tie it up at 14 all. And it's an ace for Lynch. Bengals really need to get it back here and stop the bleeding. Put together a few points in a row. Macedo lofting it up. Blocked. Nice job in front from Valancourt. And she gives the Bengals the lead back and control. And they got Sarah Mona serving, who's been really good this evening with the service game. That might have actually been sailing out, though, and it was played on the back. That is going to stay in. Macedo plays it, lofted by Ferreira. And that'll fall in for the point. Diman gets it. Emily Moniz with the kill. And coach telling us she needs a little more downward action on it, but still, it did the job. At the net, tipped over. Nice heads-up play from Ferreira. Macedo got to send it over on the third, and she does successfully. Hannah with the set now to Ramey, who sends it over. Ferreira. Oh, it's off the fingertips. Valancourt couldn't get it that time. So Diman will continue to lead, but again, just by one. Ramey back on the serve. That's into the net. (17-15). That's an ace. Yeah, really, Emily Moniz and Sarah Moniz. Emily, who's serving now, they've both been fantastic. Timeout for Blue Hills as Coach McGrath wants to chat to the team as the Warriors now find themselves down 18-15. Again, up next for Diman, they'll be at West Bridgewater. Then they come home to play Tri-County. And then the end of next week, on Friday, they'll host Bishop Conley for Dig Pink Night. And again, we'll have highlights of that one on the 18th here at the James T. Ashley Gymnasium. Jake and I will stop in for some highlights here before we head outside for football. Hopefully by then the rain is gone. The Bengals football team will return home next Friday the 18th as well. They also will play on the 25th, so they'll finish the regular season with back-to-back home games. Set straight up. That's a good set. Good swing from Valancourt. It was played by the Warriors. Another good set here. Ferreira sends it over, and positioned in the right spot is Santana again. Watson sends it over. Valancourt cut off Ferreira, but it still worked. Third touchdown here on the set to Cumberbatch, and we'll go back and forth here. Into the net it goes. Blue Hills gets it back. Here's the third touch, and it'll be Ferreira sending it to the far corner, played by Ramey, who is able to get it to her teammates. Plays it again. Oh, nice job, and that's going to be a tough play, and it's going to fall. 18-17, and Blue Hills again in a position to tie. Good serve. That one gets over. Cumberbatch calls it on the third. Here's the set from Bouchard. He ends up going over. Oh, good swing and the kill. Cumberbatch ties it at 18. 3-0 run for the Warriors here in the fourth. Mackenzie Hanna on the serve. Blue Hills has not led in this fourth set. And they won't take the lead here. Diman pulls back ahead and breaks that tie. 19-18. Used to be an infamous year around here until 2004. You baseball fans will know what I mean. And I have to say, I am so happy the season's over. Just a real letdown season for the Red Sox. Tied at 19, that one too long. And it gives Blue Hills control, and it ties up the game. Can Blue Hills take the lead here? Again, they have not led in this fourth set. High serve is played cleanly. The set from Bouchard, and it's gonna give Blue Hills the 20-19 advantage. It's going over, it's coming back, and it's gonna be down on the ground. (22-19). Good swing there from Figueroa, but she couldn't find open court. That's gonna fall, and Diman will get it back, but they are down by 2 with very little room to work with here on the scoreboard. 22-20, Blue Hills with the advantage. Riley Price will serve. The Bengals need to, again, I said it before, they gotta kind of roll off, go on a bit of a run here and roll off some points. Cumberbatch lofting it, it's sent over on the third. No mistakes, gotta communicate and really gotta focus here. You don't want this to go to 5. That's gonna be on the ground, and Blue Hills has it. Oh my gosh, that's still in play. It's going long, and Diman will get it back. 23-21. And now Madison Texera on the serve. And that's gonna just get over. Out. And I can't believe I'm saying this. Set point for Blue Hills. 24-21. The Warriors a point away from going to 5. It's the curse of Jake. That one going back over, and it'll fall. The Bengals. The Bengals hold their fate in their hands. Must win points if they want to wrap it up in 4. Everybody's out of position, and it falls in the middle of nowhere, and we are going to 5. 25-22. Blue Hills has won the last 2 and forces a 5th set. Can you believe it? I can't. And neither can Jake. Well, this broadcaster is going to go take a swig of water. And we'll be right back with the final set here on Fred TV. Don't go anywhere.
Honor, courage, sacrifice, pride, our city. Fall River has traditionally been in the forefront of honoring our nation's soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen. Vietnam veterans took the initiative to secure rights to an 80% size replica of the Healing Wall for Veterans Bicentennial Park. The names of over 58,000 fallen heroes will be engraved on the 360-foot long replica wall. 100% of the money raised benefits the building of our Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in Fall River. Help build our wall, which is scheduled to open in 2020. The meaning, the spirit, and the value of the wall is everyone's. Be part of this exceptional, once-in-a-lifetime project. To make a donation, please visit VietnamMemorialWall.org or connect with us at Facebook.com.
Welcome back, folks. Set number 5 to decide it all. And the Bengals will start with the ball. Oh, back line was there. Swatted into the net, though, by Lateo after a great dig in the back. She can't send it over, and Diman will start ahead here in the 5th. Mind you, they started ahead in the 4th, and Blue Hills clawed back to steal it. That's in play. Hannah with the kill, and it's 1-1. 1st to 15 here in the 5th set. So it is a shortened 5th set, and if you've watched any volleyball over the past year, you would know that, because every match we do goes to 5. Seriously. Hey, it makes for some great games, let me tell you, especially when a team can come back from 0-2 and force 5. I mean, come on. And now Blue Hills with the 1-point lead. Macedo and St. Pierre get tangled up, and that's twice in that one volley. In that 1-point series that we saw 2 Bengals get tied up trying to loft the ball. What does that tell you? They're not talking. They're not communicating. At least that's what it tells me. Because if you're communicating, then you're going to clear the way for your teammate, because you're going to hear them saying, I got it, I got it. 4 straight points for Blue Hills. It's 4-1. You got to talk. Volleyball, that's going to make it 5. Ramey skipping the net again for the point. Blocked in front, dug out, still in play, and it will go over. Third touch now for the Bengals. Played in the back there by Lateo. That's fallen in, and Macedo did not dive for it. You got to dive for those. You're in the 5th set. We saw Watson and we saw Cumberbatch dive a number of times and basically pancake the ball for Blue Hills, and it saved them a point. You got to be giving up the body in the 5th. 7-1, a 7-0 run, and timeout for the Bengals. The wheels are falling off. And unfortunately, it's kind of been that kind of a season for the Bengals. Again, just the 1-10. Been a tough go of it. And Diman has lost quite a few games, quite a few matches in 5 sets. They lost to Old Colony. They've lost to West Bridgewater. They've lost to Blue Hills in 5 already. This is the rematch. And it's an instance where, Coach Noverso was telling me pregame that, and much like today, they win the first 2 sets, and then unfortunately things kind of go south. And that's kind of what we're seeing here in this rematch against Blue Hills. A match that, you could say Diman kind of had in the bag. 8 straight points, and we'll switch sides. I don't know what Coach Tom McGrath said in that timeout in set number 4 when it was 18-15, but since then, Blue Hills has had nothing but momentum. Ramey on the serve. Dug by Macedo, the set from Bouchard. Sent over and played by Santana. Oh, good leap, but great play in the back for Diman as well. That was St. Pierre. Blue Hills gets the point on the infraction. 9-1. That's going back, gone. A 10-0 run since Blue Hills got the ball, and that unforced error, that bad serve, breaks up the 10-0 run. Diman started ahead 1-0. They gave the ball back, and Blue Hills has put up 10 in a row until that. It's now 10-2. And that's not going to help. (11-2). And that'll be 12-2. And the scoreboard here in the gym, they missed the 11th point, so they're behind by 1, and the official taking a look at that, I believe, in the rotation, but they did miss a point. It should be 12-2. Should be a 10-point lead for the Warriors. Tension's a little high here, too. Into the net, make it 13. Match point for Blue Hills. That's going to fall in. They do not give it to Blue Hills. It was a reach over. So it's 14-3. And Macedo will serve. Again, match point for the Warriors. Good serve from Macedo. Tough play, and Hannah coming flying in, and that's going to do it. Oh, what a frustrating evening for the Lady Bengals. After being up 2-0, they fall to Blue Hills for the second time this season. They drop to 1-11 overall. I mean, it was an exciting match nonetheless, except for this fifth set, really, which was just a total blowout. You know, the match was pretty close despite the end of this one. So really a frustrating and a crushing defeat for Diman. They'll stay with the one win. We're glad you tuned in, though, on Fred TV. It's been fun to call this one. Glad we got to see some Bengals volleyball. And again, we'll have some bonus coverage next week as well as Conley comes to town, or comes to James C. Ashley Gymnasium just a couple miles away to face off against Diman on Dig Pink Night. So we'll have those highlights in Diman's football game on our next broadcast from Diman Regional. For Jake Fitzgerald running camera, on Evan Massoud saying so long from Diman.